Hi guys, it's Rike here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear, so if you're interested, just keep watching. Today is another episode in my top 5 series. We're talking about top 5 performance leggings. This one really did take a lot of time to prepare because I wasn't sure, if I could make a top 5. I had definitely a top 3 and then I was like, which other 2 leggings could I include? Because I didn't want to just make it a top 3, okay? And I knew that there was more leggings that I liked to wear, so I just had to kind of figure it out for myself how to rank them and which ones would make it into the top 5. So yeah, a lot of work went into this. I hope you appreciate it, but I'm sure you do. So yeah. And of course, I always have fun just doing that. So I deliberately, wore like a few different leggings for some of my like super intense workouts to see, did I really like these more than the other ones and whatever. So yeah, I definitely did some testing on these as well. And it wasn't just all my like muscle memory, I guess. Did I have to pull these up more often? Were they rolling over? So yeah, I did a lot of testing for this. And this is also why, it took me a while to figure this top 5 out. I definitely had like top 5 performance leggings on my list for a while, but like it was just always easier for me to do the other ones. So also if you're interested in other top 5 videos, there's a whole playlist on my channel that you can find where you can just watch through all of these if you're interested in, I don't know, your top 5 everyday sports bras or, the best leggings for yogas or whatever, for yoga or whatever. You can find them there. But let's get into the top 5 performance leggings. First of all, let's talk about what's important for a performance leggings, what I'm looking for. I'm also sorry, like in this video I'll be talking a lot about crotch sweat, so if you don't like that, well, I guess you don't work out enough to experience this, or maybe you're lucky enough that you don't have a problem with that, but that's one of my top concerns. Anyway, so what am I looking for in my top 5 performance legging? I want it to be like uncomplicated, as in I do not need to like adjust them, they're not sliding down on me, they're not rolling, they're not going anywhere, they just stay perfectly put. So they have to be like not complicated at all. I want them to feel good, meaning like the fabric should be nice. And here, like, I mean, it doesn't have to be a specific type of fabric, so it doesn't have to be like the super ultra high performance, super compressive fabric or anything. But like, it should be like a very, like still a comfortable fabric. Basically, I do not want to think about the leggings that I'm wearing during this workout. I really want to be able to focus on my workout. They need to be very stretchy as well because I'm moving a lot and again, I don't really want to have to think about anything. Of course, they need to be high-waisted because otherwise, like, it's not going to be comfortable for me, at least. Always a requirement for me also. They have to be cute, of course. So there's that. And then, we will figure out which ones kind of fit this description. And we will also figure out which one doesn't. So what I mean with this is I will show you a top 5, but I will also show you a negative example. So basically just one legging that I would never wear for like an intense workout. And that doesn't necessarily mean that this legging is a bad pair of leggings. It just means that I wouldn't wear it for this specific activity. So don't ever like be like, oh, this is a terrible legging. No, it is not. I mean, I think some that I've shown before in some top 5 videos maybe were. Thinking back to my top 5 yoga video, that was really, the negative example was really not a good one. If you care to watch that, I will just link this here. But yes, today our negative example, which we'll be starting with, of course, is not necessarily a bad pair of leggings, it's just not good for this, or in my opinion, it's not good for that type of activity. So, And of course also, we start with a negative example and then we go up from 5 to, in the end, to 1. Because if I start with 1, there's no excitement anymore, okay? I want anticipation. All right, but let's get into the negative example. We have the Popflex Active Hourglass Leggings with pockets and this beautiful teal constellation print. And see, I said beautiful because I think they're very cute. Just not the right thing for a HIIT workout, for a like super intense, sweaty workout with a lot of jumping and everything. So these leggings I have reviewed in more depth in my Popflex Active Mystical Moments video, so if you really want to know more about these, because they're also like, hey, they're cute, then I will also link this video down here for you, so you can just take a look there. Because today we'll just be talking a little bit about like why they are not necessarily the best pair for a HIIT workout. So first of all, they are cute. They have this beautiful like constellation print. I think it's really nice. It's a brushed fabric. It's very soft. It's not super stretchy, not like a Buffbunny fabric. I feel like those leggings, like the leggings for example, have way more stretch than this, but still there's some stretch there. They are soft, and they have a cross-waisted legging here. I always love a cross-waist moment, but one of my problems with this pair is, for example, they are quite low-waisted. Like, they kind of give you a mid-waist. I don't know, I don't think it necessarily has to do with my longer torso, because I've also definitely seen on a lot of other people being more like mid-waist. But it's more like how they cut these, and it's not the optimal thing. So when I said that one criterion for me was a high waist, it is because if I wear something that's not a high waist, like at some point my lower belly would kind of poke out, and yes, I might not have a big lower belly or anything, but it still makes me feel uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't want that in a performance legging, because I really want to be able to just focus on performing, and these just, you know, are a little bit more, having to pull them up a little bit here and there. Also, they're not like super tight on the waist for me, so they kind of tend to slide down a little. Which is like kind of the main points why I don't like them as much for a HIIT workout. And then also the fabric is nice and soft and brushed, but it's not very sweat wicking in my opinion. So you will definitely see some sweat with these. I just want to quickly also mention they are printed on like a light mint color. So basically the base color you see for like the moon and the stars here, not entirely white, but it will still of course stretch out a little, which, see, I don't mind that too much, because again, when I do like an intense workout, I really don't care what, you know, other people see or whatever. I just really want to be able to focus on the workout and do my best. But yeah, in case you are concerned about that, it will definitely happen with these, that you can see it being stretched out a little bit. But yeah, if you want to see the in-depth review, there's my video about this, but let's not talk about these much further because they're not in the spotlight today, and let's just see these on. Alright, here we have the Popflex Ultimate Hourglass Legging with pockets. So really, like, the reason why I don't like them for high intensity work is just I do not get any compression in the waistband. It is too loose. And also the waistband isn't super high. So like every time like you move and everything, like I feel like it's gonna slide down. It's not rolling or anything, but like the lower tummy area is still like kind of exposed, and you know, if I do burpees, I just want everything to be tucked in. I want to feel compression everywhere. I don't want to have to worry about pulling them up again. And yeah, while I like these, and I think they're like great for like, you know, light intensity workouts, at least for me, or like I guess you could also do an arm day in these or something like that. Like, it's just, for my body type at least, I do not get the compression up here that I want, and I would love them to be a little bit higher in the waist so that I don't worry about like, you know, exposing this belly area basically. And yeah, I mean, if they don't have a top seam either, but like I said, for me it's mainly because of my body type that I just don't get the compression in the waist I'm looking for. I do get it in the legs, but yeah, not in the waist, and like I can feel them like sliding down already when I do this. So yeah, this is definitely not what I want for a high intensity workout. And as I said, like, they're not like terrible leggings or anything, just for this specific activity. This is a no-no for me. And I also have a few other leggings that are more for like lighter intensity activities, not for jumping and stuff. This is just one of the examples. So, you know, just so you know, I don't think these are terrible at all. It's just for the specific activity that I'm looking for. These are definitely not it. All right, let's get into the top 5. And we start, of course, with number 5. So we have the Stacci Athletics AtmospHER leggings, like AtmospHER. The her was capitalized. Okay, I don't have a problem speaking, so not all the time at least. Anyways, so these are the Stacci Athletics AtmospHER leggings. I've reviewed Stacci Athletics twice already. I'm not like super happy with some of their stuff, but like these ones I actually really did like a lot. The sizing is not exactly optimal. I think I'm kind of in between a small and medium, and the medium is slightly big. The small might be slightly tight. I don't know. I haven't tried a small yet, but anyway, it works still, and they're not sliding down on me, so, or not too much at least. So that's good. They're currently not available on the website, but I know that they're planning on restocking these or like updating these with some pockets as well. So yeah, I guess if you're interested in these, just keep watching their Instagram for updates on that. And I might actually be snatching like another pair of these if they come back, because the fabric is actually really nice. It is still more of a brushed fabric here, and you can see also it has like a snake print situation. So this is white and silver, but it's more of a brushed fabric, but it also still has kind of a performance feel. So it's not like super thick, but it's kind of thick enough. So they're not like, I mean, they're a lighter color. You can probably see a little bit of my red nail polish through here, but I will also do a squat test for you in these, of course. And yeah, it's kind of like a mixture of like brushed fabric, but also somehow like it feels more sweat wicking than the Popflex Active leggings, which I really liked. They don't have a top seam, so still nice and soft here. They do have a decent amount of like compression in the waistband. We have no front seam here, and then like ever so slightly curved glute seams in the back, really just very slightly, and then just some double seams down the side, which I could have done without. I mean, they're not super obvious, but like you can feel them a little bit on the side. It's not super annoying, it's just like they didn't have to be there basically. I think it would have been nicer if they had been like just very clean. Then you could have maybe appreciated the pattern even more. But yeah, I really like these because of the fabric. And I will also say that with these, I do get a little bit of crotch sweat, but I don't feel it too much. So that's nice. And they did feel very breathable, and they didn't slide down on me at all when I did my workout. But let's just see these on. Alright, number 5, the Stacci Athletics AtmospHER leggings. AtmospHER, you know. And I will say that these are like a really good mixture of like, you know, more like cottony feel legging, but you also have this performance feel. So it's kind of in between, which is what I like about them. And they also have a good amount of stretch. I feel like there's a little bit too much space from me still, because I really like my leggings compressive. So I think you could go either way if you're in between, depending on what fit you're looking for, especially with these older ones. And I'm saying older ones because I've heard that they are bringing these back. I really hope they're coming out with a few more colors, because I find this hard to style. So I've worn these for like some performance workouts, and I mean it's like a silver and a white and stuff, but like I find it hard to style it with something that's not just white or black, you know? So I would really love for these to come back in different colors. I've also heard that they're bringing them back in like with pockets or something, which I don't really care about too much, because I just don't have stuff in my pockets when I do my workouts. Maybe for after or before when I go to the gym, sure, but like otherwise I don't really care too much about pockets. But I see where they could put them, because they have like 2 seams going down here. So if they just put a pocket on here, you know, it works. I don't think it's necessary, but we'll see what's coming back or whatever. But yeah, I've reviewed these before in my Stacci Athletics video when I tried them out the first time, so I'll just link that here. And yeah, so they are really, really nice for the high intensity workouts, as in you don't feel your sweat too much, so it's good at sweat wicking. We don't have a front seam, so you're not worried about like some camel toe happening there. At least I don't get camel toe with these at all, because I know you can still get camel toe without the front seam. They're a little loose around my calf area, which is kind of a little bit of a pet peeve for me. So usually when that happens, it means if I had sized down, it would have been a little bit better. So maybe next time I'll try that. But otherwise they're kind of like in between 7/8 and the full length on me, which is nice. And then in the back, we just have like a simple bag here, maybe slightly glute detailing, but not too much. And yeah, you have a logo here as well. And then just a seam here. And these seams here sit nice and high, so they're not cutting off your glutes at all, which is also good. But yeah, so overall, like when I wore these for my, you know, HIIT workouts and stuff, I had no issues with them. I wasn't really pulling on them, even though they don't have a top seam, because they have actually quite nice compression in the waistband. Like I said, I still have like, you can see how stretchy they are, so you could fit a little bit more in here. But like, I still don't get too much gaping with these. They're just nice hugging, you know, here. And I will say, I don't know if this is like an unpopular opinion or something like that. If you've tried Stacci Athletics before, I think this is still my favorite pattern fabric, because I know some people love their, I don't know, their seamless stuff and their like serendipity leggings. I didn't really like that fabric at all, so I don't know. But these are to date still my favorite Stacci Athletics leggings. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see that restock. And like I said, these are a good mixture of performance material, but also still like this cottony feel. And I like that. So yeah. All right, number 4. We have some Cleo Harper leggings. I always like me some Cleo Harper. These are the rain leggings in the blue dive print, I believe. So this is not available anymore, but they do have the rain legging in different colors if you're interested. So same legging, just different, you know, different color basically. And this one is like more of a true performance material, but it's one of the softest performance materials that I've ever felt. So this is really soft and comfortable. It is very stretchy. You can see it here. We do have a top seam with these, but I always find the top seam helps me at least to, you know, keep them up, especially if I size up to a medium. My waist is a little bit smaller. It's a little bit easier to deal with the top seam then, and I never have to adjust these or anything, so it's really nice. They do have a front seam. I don't mind it at all, and we do have like this nice gold plate here with the Cleo Harper logo on there. No glute accentuation, but the seams sit a little bit higher in the back. So that's nice. And otherwise, they're very simple, not much happening. I mean, the print is kind of a lot, I guess. But yeah, if you got these in like a base color, just like just one color, I think you have a great like staple performance legging. The reason why they're not like a little bit higher is because they are like this type of performance material where like I can feel the, like when I sweat, like it kind of, you know, gets a little bit more moist in that area too. It doesn't like transport the moisture outside very fast, but it dries up very fast once I'm done working out. It's just like while I'm working out I can feel a little bit. So, but otherwise, like I really like these, and they're super comfortable to work out in, and you don't have to worry about these. So let's see these on. All right, these Cleo Harper rain leggings are definitely one of my all-time favorites for performance. I've had these really for quite a while, that's why you'll definitely won't see this print on their website, but I really like them. I gravitate towards them when I go for my HIIT workouts, when I do something like, you know, very sweaty, because I know that they will stay up. I know they'll, like there's nothing moving, and I can trust these to just, you know, perform. So this is where I really like them. They do have a top seam, so if you're not a friend of the top seam, maybe this is not your thing. But for me, like it just really makes a big difference in terms of like how well these performance leggings hold up. Even though like I have space in the waist, I know that there's nothing happening because of that top seam, and like it's not cutting in too much at all. But this is probably why I would stick with the medium for these. And then we just have that Cleo Harper gold plate here to make it look a little more luxurious. And this truly is one of like the most like soft performance materials that I've felt. So they're like really nice and soft. They don't feel like they are sleek, but they're like they don't feel brushed or anything, but they still feel like really soft and comfortable. Very stretchy too, very sweat wicking. We also do have a front seam. I really don't have a problem with camel toe with these, but I guess if you were trying to like pull them even higher, which is not necessary because they're already quite high-waisted, you might run into problems. I don't know. In between a 7/8 and full length on me, and yeah, they're just so nice and soft and sleek and very comfortable. Like even with the top seam, they still feel like super cozy. So yeah, that's really nice. We don't really have any glute detailing in the back here, but the seams sit high enough again to not cut off too much. And I mean, that's kind of it. Like, it's just really like the fabric is really good. I will say like, I do sweat a lot on my crotch area, and with this being like the normal performance material, like I can feel a little bit more gathering there, but like you can't see anything. So like, it looks like I peed my pants or something, but I can feel it a little bit with these. But it's the same with all performance materials. And it's still like everywhere else, like I don't have a problem. It's just specifically the crotch area. It's just what it is. So, and I do sweat there a lot. But yeah, I really like these. They stay put. They like, I can do whatever in these. And I'm also not restricted because they're so stretchy, which is why they're in my top 5. All right, on to number 3. We are getting closer to the number 1, but we're not there yet. I have a quite new legging actually, but I've worn it so often since I've gotten it. It is the Buffbunny Impact legging from the Journey collection, so from the beginning of this year. And I was surprised at how much I like them. I mean, I was hoping I would like them because I bought them, right? So, but I do like them a lot, and yeah, I've worn them quite a lot already. So I'm kind of like sad they don't exist in like different prints or different colors, because I mean it's still like more this like marbly situation that might not always be like up your alley, you know. But yes, so the Impact leggings are made from the Elysium fabric. So I do have other Buffbunny leggings in this fabric, but I don't like them as much for a high intensity interval training. Like, see, that's the thing. I always like want to say intense workouts, and then HIIT is a different story. But I mean, they're both intense. But so yeah, excuse me for that. But yeah, I don't wear the other ones as much for intense workouts as I do wear this one. So I've definitely worn it like so many times already since I've gotten it. And I was like, I think it just has to be my top 5, I guess. These ones do have a top seam, and you can see they're also like, it's a print, right? And they are printed on like this still like kind of darkish green. So it's the lightest color of the print still, but because of the print itself, because it's kind of like more, you know, like watercolor-esque kind of, and because of like how dark the inside is, like when you stretch it out, it's not going to be like super visible, super obvious. So that's very nice. We do have a laser cut pocket in the back that I couldn't care less about basically, but you know, that's fine. If you have like a key or something in there, I use number lock at the gym, you know, so I don't lose my key. But yeah, we have no front seam. We do have a slightly lower dipping waistband here for more tummy compression, and like the signature like Buffbunny deep V in the back there, which I really, really like always. And otherwise, no other seams here, except for the ones in the, you know, in between your legs basically. And yes, definitely gotten good wear out of these. They're more, this Elysium fabric is another performance fabric. It's not as soft as the Cleo Harper one, but still for some reason, like it feels a little bit nicer when you sweat in it. So I think it feels a little bit more sweat wicking. Maybe it's better transporting the moisture outside. It must be something like that. I cannot explain it, but I like these a bit more than the Cleo Harper ones. So let's see these on. Alright, here we have the Buffbunny Impact leggings, and I really do like these. They're maybe a little bit more compressive than the Cleo Harper rain leggings that we saw before. So, but this also might have to do with like sizing, because in these I sized down to a small, for example. So I guess if you're not like into the super compressive, but like, you know, they still have stretch, so it's not a problem. I just have less material extra kind of. Then you could also size up if you're in between, for sure. We also do have a top seam with these, so in that way they're also kind of very similar. Again, with this one also, like, it's not cutting in too much, I think, at least for my feeling, you know. We do have like the waistband kind of dips a little bit lower bit here in the front, so you get a little bit more compression for the lower tummy area here. And then what really makes a big difference for me is that we have like this glute detailing. I just, you know, I just like it. It's a good thing to have. I don't know. It just makes the booty pop a little bit more. So yeah, I think that's one of the bigger differences design-wise between these two. And I mean, it just makes the booty look nice, you know. Otherwise, like I said, also, it's a performance material. Maybe it's a little bit less soft than the Cleo Harper, but yeah, we have a little bit more compression. We have the glute seam here. Also 7/8 to full length on me, depending on how I like pull them up or down a little bit. And we have no front seam, which is also, I mean, even though I don't mind the Cleo Harper one as much, or I don't mind it at all, like still, like, you know, I can pull them as high as I want, and like I'm not gonna feel any stress on my special areas. So I guess that's like, you know, also a little bit of a plus there. And yeah, I mean, they only come in this quartz print so far, so I really hope they bring these back in more colors and more prints. And when I work out in these, also, like, nothing is moving. I don't have to think about what I'm wearing. I can just run, jump, do whatever. I can sweat. And the same as with the Cleo Harper ones, I can also feel a little bit more like of the sweat in my crotch area. And it's like, it's fine, like I said. And everywhere else, like, it seems to be sweat wicking enough. And it might just be me because I sweat a lot there, but because it's like this performance material, I do feel a little bit more there. But otherwise, like, they're really, really good, really nice, really comfortable as well. Like I said, a little bit more compression, but still, they don't move, and that's what I want. All right, number 2. I'm very sorry, it's another Buffbunny legging. These are the Buffbunny Lunar leggings, but the newer version. So I didn't even have the older version, but I've heard from some people that when they came out with these ones, which are from the Mad Scientist collection from last autumn or fall, however you want to say it, that these ones were so much better. And since people were raving about this performance legging and I was still looking for a good one, I was like, okay, sure, you know what, I'll check it out, I'll get it. I got this in this nice poison ivy color, which I don't think is available anymore, but I think they still have an orange and a light green. I think in the lighter colors it wasn't not 100% squat proof, so just be aware of that. But why these are so amazing is because the fabric is like entirely different from most other performance let's see, fabricers, what was I going to say? From other performance fabrics. It's like kind of thicker, it feels a little bit more structured, still very stretchy, but it just also feels a little bit softer, like less performancey, but like still performancey. I don't know how to explain it, but like when I touched these the first time, I was like, oh, this is good, this is different. So I really do hope they come back with some more stuff in this fabric because I really liked this type of performance fabric. These leggings were like super compressive, so I'm usually also in between sizes for Buffbunny. I usually go for a size small because I like compression, but these ones got it in a medium and they fit perfectly. So just a heads up in case you try to snatch them. Still, we have no front seam here, a nice high waistband, and then in the back it's a little bit different glute detailing than we're used to from Buffbunny. So you have like this round seam there and just a seam up there, and we have side pockets. I don't really care about the side pockets because if I do an intense workout and I jump around a lot, if I have something in my pockets, it's gonna drag the legging down no matter how good it stays up, right? And like you also don't, like I don't want to have anything in my pockets. Like what if I need to like, you know, roll onto my side? What if I don't know, smash my phone because I have it in my side pocket and I'm just like, I don't know. It feels a little odd. I mean, if you walk around in the gym to like, you know, the next machine, or like if you just go into where you're starting your workout and then take everything out of your pocket, I guess you can do that, but otherwise I don't use them very much. And they do have, because of the pocket, they do have one seam going down the side here once the pocket is done. And another of these like laser cut pockets here. Again, I don't really care about these, but you know, if you like them, they're there. I don't really feel them when I work out, at least, so that's good. And also surprisingly, no top seam on these, and they still stay up like really nice. So yeah, let's see these on. All right, these Lunar leggings are definitely also a winner for me. They did come out in the Mad Scientist launch, and I was like a bit unsure of how, like if I should get them or not. A, because they're a performance legging, and I'm never too sure about performance leggings. And B, because of the colors. And they do still have them, I think, in a lighter green, which was not too squat proof, I think, if I remember correctly. But I got them in this darker green, and I really do like them. It's like a different fabric than what Buffbunny usually does, which is the Elysium fabric for the performance stuff. But I really like it. It's still like sleek and performancey, but it's a little bit thicker. It's a little bit more structured. And it gives me like less of a crotch sweat situation moment where I don't feel it as much. You can still see a little bit more sweat than you can with the previous leggings that we've talked about. So sometimes you can see a little bit of sweat marks. I guess it also has to do with the fact that this is a solid color, not a print. I don't mind seeing the sweat marks too much, especially because this is very quick drying. So I see them and like 2 minutes later they're gone kind of situation. I mean, I didn't time it, but like approximately, you know, so they're gone very fast. And they're still like sweat wicking enough so I don't feel the sweat too much. So here you might see it a little bit more than with the other leggings, but I feel it less in my crotch area, which is what I care about most. We do not have a top seam with these, but we have good compression. Also, like I got these in a medium and they're like still like, you know, tighter than some of the small leggings I got. Like, so just, or some of the small, I only got one in small. So, but they're maybe like kind of the same the same fit a bit. So like these were a bit running a bit smaller than the normal Buffbunny leggings, I would say. Again, also no front seam here. We do have pockets. I don't care too much about them. I mean, if I'm going to a gym class and I have everything in my hands, I could put it there until I start, but then I'm gonna put it away because it's just annoying when you work out. So yeah, I don't care too much about the pockets, but we have them. They're quite big. You can see I can, can't even reach so far. So don't lose anything in there. And otherwise, like, it's a simple design, and it's a bit of a different like glute contouring situation here. So you have like this, round seam here, and that's kind of it. So I prefer the V glute seam a little bit more, but I don't mind this. And yeah, these are like a 7/8 length on me. They're very stretchy, but like I said, more structured, so they seem a little bit more solid, which is also very good for like cellulite proofness and stuff. And yeah, I just like them. I don't have to fuss with them. They're like simple to wear, easy to wear. They perform well, and that's all I want. All right, are you guys ready for the number one, the top one performance legging? Drum roll, please. We have the Alphalete OG Revival leggings. I know, I think I've talked about these before. I really do like these. The only downside is the squat proofness, or the not squat proofness, but we will talk about this more in the try on clip, and you will see the squat tests, so you can decide for yourself. But otherwise, like this fabric, the stretch, the look of it, how sweat wicking it is, I never see any sweat marks in these. Like, I want this with more squat proofness, okay? Yeah, I have just two colors here, exemplary. So I have more, but I wasn't gonna try on all of them because that was just too much. So I'm just showing you two different ones. This is the fireside color. This one's a little newer, but it's still pretty old because I'm currently still not ordering from Alphalete. You can find a video about that on my channel as well, in case you're wondering why. But I still continue to wear my Alphalete stuff because I really like some of these. And then we have a blue that's really old, from like I think 2020, beginning of 2020, something like that. Yes, I don't even know what this blue was called. I'll put it in the description, of course. But yeah, let's talk about these. So these are like kind of a seamless legging. I mean, they still have some seams. I never understand the definition of seamless legging, really. Anyway, we have a high waistband here. Alphalete is stitched in the back. We do have a front seam, but this front seam like really never has caused any issues at all. They are super like lightweight, stretchy. Like, look at this stretch. They are really nice and soft as well. And like this fabric is like, I wouldn't say it feels more like, it doesn't feel that performance-y. It feels more like cottony, if that makes sense. But like in a really good way. And they are, like I said, the most sweat wicking. I never see any sweat marks. Not even in the crotch area where I sweat so much. Usually not even in the belly button area where I can also see a lot of sweat. Like really no sweat at all. Of course, they also usually have like a slightly marled print, so maybe that also helps with that. But like literally have never seen sweat marks with these, so that's really good. We do have like some mesh paneling here across your legs and here in the lower legs, and then also underneath your glutes in the back. And that's kind of the only type of glute accentuation you get, because up here we have a straight across seam. But like I really do not care about that. Like I really like these. If you get like the appropriate sizing, you can also pull most of the fabric around your butt, so you have a little bit more coverage there. And yeah, I don't know, I just really like these. They're so good for performance type workouts. And this is why they're my number one in this video. But let's see these on. All right, here we have the OG Revivals in this beautiful fireside color. I love my colors. I love this red. I have a blue and a green as well that I'll show you in the spinning, so you can see, a variety of colors. But yeah, these ones are just like the best so far. I know there has to be like another thing that's better than these ones, but like I don't have anything right now that's better than this, because I know these aren't very squat proof, which is my only complaint with these. So if something could be like these but a little more squat proof, you know, that would be my absolute top number one favorite, whatever. So if you know anything, just let me know. If you're like, this performance legging is gonna blow you away, then, you know, let me know what I should try. But for now, these are the number one. Like I said, be aware, these are not squat proof, these are not leg day material. So just so you're aware. We do have a front seam with these, but like this one is kind of just more decoration than anything. I don't really feel it at all. We have like a seamless waistband here. It's nice and stretchy. I always go for a medium in these, even though I feel like maybe I could, like in some parts of the leggings at least, I could feel probably like a wear small. But like I just wanted to have as much fabric in the butt area as possible so they don't shear out as much. We also have like this nice detailing here with like the mesh panels. I really like how they did this here because it's kind of simple, but it's still like there, you know. There are more of a 7/8 length on me. We have a mesh panel also along your calf area there, and we have no glute detailing up here, but like we have the mesh panel situation, you know, starting right underneath the glutes. Or I guess if you're one of these people that wants to pull the detailing on your butt, sure, whatever, go for it. People also do that. And I think also if you have enough material, you could also probably also pull, you know, something more into your crack region so you can get like a little bit more separation. But for me, this is good enough. And really what like makes them like different from the other ones is just the fabric. It doesn't feel like a performance material. It's more like cottony, but super stretchy, super soft. And with these ones, I never have any problem feeling the crotch sweat. I also don't see the crotch sweat. So it's like perfect in that aspect as well. You know, I can just work out. I don't feel like I just sweated my ass off because the legging just like, you know, makes it disappear. I don't know. And that's what I want, okay? Like I said, the only problem for me is the squat proofness. You will see it in the squat tests and the bend tests, but I know it's a problem. I don't really care too much because if I want to wear them, I'll wear them. I'll wear my nude underwear with it. It's fine. It's just like I know that if someone were to actually just stare at this, they would probably see a little bit of a crack somewhere. And yeah, if you were like to wear like bigger like printed underwear underneath, it's definitely gonna be visible if you like bend over, if you squat, yeah, if you do a down dog or something, you know. So yeah, but like it's just like they're just too good to not wear them because of that, because of the material, because of how well they, you know, just make your sweat disappear. And I don't really have to do anything with these, you know. It's just like I put them on, we're good to go, and I can work out and whatever. So yeah. All right, it's conclusion time. As always with my top 5 videos, I don't really need to draw a conclusion anymore because I already did, because I ranked some leggings for you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. And of course, if you're like, but Rike, there was this is my top like performance legging, it wasn't in this video, then let me know what it is. And I can try it out, or if I already have it, then I can tell you why it wasn't in there. So yeah, it doesn't mean this is like, these are the top 5 performance leggings on the planet, of course. It just means maybe I haven't tried the best one yet. As you know, I might still be searching for one that is more squat proof than the Alphalete OG Revivals, but like kind of the same like super sweat wicking feel. I don't know. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you have any feedback for this video, also leave it down in the comments below. You can always follow me on Instagram. Here are my Instagrams. And you can DM me there as well, but usually like I'm more inclined to reply to the comments because I see them more easily. Yes. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I already said that, I think, but that's okay. If you have any suggestions is also for like other top 5 videos, let me know if you want to know like my ranking on a specific, you know, type of leggings or sports bra or whatever. Yeah, again, I want to say thank you again, but like I've said that twice, that's enough. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. Also, if you haven't yet, give this video your thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!